All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everybody can hear me. My name is Dark Algo, and thanks for joining me on another morning watch list building session. All right, let me get signed into the chat, and we will get going. Hope everybody's night was good. Today is Friday, December 3rd. Oh my God, it's December already. 2021, and this is the morning live stream. I know I'm a few minutes early. I just wanted to get some things set up. We've got a bunch of news to cover, and yeah, so let's just see what we can do about that. All right, so ZG, Zillow, does Zillow have a couple different? It does. So ZG, is that their Class A? Or is it? I didn't know they had two different tickers. One must be Class A, one must be their other types. Just like Google is GOGL and GOGG, right? Huh, that's weird. I guess I didn't mean to type that in there. All right, so Zillow might be doing some things today. Let's see, we got the FlowTrade set up, and I'm gonna wait for a couple minutes to see if we get anybody coming in off of the tweet. So we've got futures. Futures are mainly kind of flat. A little fade, rally, fade, rally, fade, rally. All right. So let's see. We're gonna build a watch list today. I want to look at a couple different things. Yeah, smart looks good. Let's look at these guys on the daily, shall we? Sweet. All right, I still feel like I'm a little off-centered here. All right, morning, morning, morning. All right, morning, Laz. Thanks for showing up. Let's jump into it. We have a bunch of stuff to cover, and I've got to get my kids up and everything like that. So let's hop into it. So I was drinking the white gummy bear, but it was frozen. Now it's unfrozen. So I had to drop the old orange creamsicle into a cup, right? I think price action for the class is the same. I just think I'm not exactly sure how that works. I'll have to look into it. That's not the chart I want to use though. I like that one. I like this one. I like this one. All right, we're gonna hop into the news. Smart Sheet, which is the ticker you see in front of you. Estimated 10-cent loss came in at a 3-cent loss. Revenues at 144 million versus 139. Raises their yearly EPS and revenue outlook. Number of raw customers with annualized contract values of $5,000 or more grew 14,000, or an increase of 27% year over year. Pretty decent earnings play. This may be a peg stock. So what happens is they gap up on earnings. If they hold this gap, they can continue to rally, right? Looking at Smart on the daily. Looking at Smart on the daily, after a massive downtrend, they're trading at -3 ATR into earnings. So they're trading at what, 72 now? So they're trading above point of control. They're trading way back up in here. So let's throw a fib on it and see if we can get a potential target for it today. So they're currently trading at 72. Upside target would be 79, but that would be blowing out 3 ATRs. I like 74.50 if they get that rally. Right, nice little rally up. I'm not feeling this for the 4-hour chart for some reason. Need a different chart for this one, or I need to turn some stuff off. That's better, I guess. It's just kind of a plain chart at that point. We have a ready and fire signal getting ready to fire off on the 4-hour. Mid compression, high compression squeeze getting ready to go as well. MACD's curling around. Got a little bit of a crossover signal this morning. Like I said, SMAR if it can take out some of this previous highs over here, I think it should be a pretty decent play. All right, 821, 34 stacked EMAs, 50, 200 crossover above the Ichimoku cloud on the 15-minute chart. So let's see, where do I want to put this news? Let's do this guy. SMAR, peg stock. All right, moving on. Marvell, MRVL. Pretty decent stock. Nice consolidation for the entire week. Beat on earnings, right? They're up 10% pre-market. This is a peg stock for sure. Rally up, continuation on, right? So Marvell off of the 4-hour. See where they're trading right now. They're trading at 71. Trading at 86. Up 21%. Damn, no way. Yep, they're up at 86. So Marvell is trading at new all-time highs. Dang, dude, that's crazy. All right. So with that being said, coming into earnings, they moved $2 a day and they're up $16. They just blew out their, this is crazy. So Marvell blew out their earnings. And let's see. Not really feeling this chart. What is going on with it? Why can't I see my pre and post market data? Extended hours. All right. Anyway, they're trading way up here. See if I can show them on the daily. Trading at 86. That's phenomenal. This thing can gap and go for sure. Let's check this. Oh, yes, I know. I'm introducing the old trading view charts. All right, so they're trading at 86. They're trading way up here. Let's see. I was working on this all morning and I forgot to do this part of it. All right, what happened there? I don't know if I like that or not. All right, so Marvell's trading at 86 right now. They're way up here. They blew their earnings out. I don't even know if I could do a fib level of that. Yeah, they're above two. They're way up here. So 87.15 could be a potential wall for Marvell. So 80. Oh, they already blew that out. All right, Marvell should be a peg stock for today. Keep that one on your watch list for sure. Rally, continuation rally. So morning. Peg stock. Marvell up 25%. Gap and go. All right, moving on. DocuSign, pretty big news here on DocuSign. Shares, they're down 30%. They closed at 234. They hit 159. Pretty significant loss there. I don't see them recovering from that anytime soon. So with DocuSign, yeah, this is pretty bad. They've got the monthly Keltner channel down at 150, 153. That might come in and save them, right? Docu on the daily. Do I have that thing, same thing twice? No. Okay. So 153. Looking left, going back to 153. Like they're way back here, June of 2020 levels, right? June of 2020. Just throw some lines on here. I mean, they blew 4 times their standard deviation, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they're at 4 times standard deviation, moved to the downside. Below that, 136, 120. So if they blow through 152, 136, 120 incoming. That's Docu. Trading at negative 6x deviation. Death. Just nothing. No, there's not another word for it other than death. All right. So this RHHBY. I've never heard of this company, but right. I'm gonna have to Ichimoku Cloud everything, or I'm gonna have to Heikin everything pre-market. So this RHBBY, in its newly acquired subsidiary TIB, said Friday that they have developed 3 new research test kits for different mutations of the Omicron variant of COVID cases. RHHBY. So one second here, I just got to double check something on this. All right, so going into this morning, they came out with that news, right? RHHBY. Nice consolidation all week. They've got a ready and fire mid-thrust buy signal. Huge high compression squeezes. Stack positive moving averages. They came out with news on the Omicron variant, so they've got new test kits for it. So they may rally today to previous highs at close to 50. Right, so long them above 49. Well, basically here. If they can take out this high, this zone right here, if they can take out 49.58, I think they go to closer to 50, right? Basically, they've developed 3 new research test kits for different mutations in the Omicron variant of COVID. Our favorite, LAZ, LGVN, they're up. FDA grant orphan designation for their treatment. Yeah, so they got an orphan designation. I'm not sure what that is, but look at this rally yesterday, pullback consolidation rally, right into the pre-market. A little bit of a fade. They're currently holding major support levels. We got a slingshot squeeze getting ready to happen. We've got ready and fire buy signals getting ready to fire off. 50s on top of the 200, 821.34 stack moving averages, running into this 5-minute Keltner or 5-minute Ichimoku cloud. We're right at POC. This thing can go up to 25 or potentially higher, right? LGVN. All right, let's get back here. Boom, coming through. They get through the daily mid or the 4-hour mid, and above this daily top, they go up to the 4-hour top at 32. So LGVN above 25 hits 32 pretty easily, right? Then above 34, they come up and take out the highs again. LGVN, Laz, that's for you, boy. My boy. Right? From 10 bucks. Nice move, nice move. I wish I would have gotten a little bit of that, but I didn't. All right, so further healthcare news. Janet Woodcock, a 35-year FDA veteran with outsized influence on the agency, is out of the running for the commissioner job. Yet Robert Califf, Biden's pick to lead the FDA, wants her to stick around if he eventually wins the Senate confirmation. Well, of course he does. Right? You can't get rid of your star player and then expect you to get all the credit. What you do is you keep them around and you just take the credit for what they do. So that should be interesting. The FDA may start rocking the market more than you think. Okay, Hive blockchain. Right, little known penny stock reported 13.2 million in November Bitcoin mining revenue, 218 Bitcoin produced, and 2,334 Ethereum produced. It shows Bitcoin hodl position of 1,584 coins as of today. Besides that, it's very bullish. Rally into yesterday. If they can get out of this daily Keltner channel cloud, 4-hour bottom, it takes out the 4-hour mid at 368. Above 368, it goes up to close to $4. Above $4, it can get super woody. It looks like $4 is the ceiling on it. So stair step your way up, take profit halfway, 368, 388, 395 might be pushing it. That's on Hive blockchain. Okay, Morgan Stanley upgraded from buy to neutral, or excuse me, upgraded to buy from neutral, raises its target 115 from 105 Citibank. So they got upgrade. Looks like the financial sector's been pretty decent this week, right? Everything's been tanking. Finances are moving up. Only concern that it is at this 4-hour Keltner channel top. We can expect either the ping pong action back down to the daily mid, 4-hour mid, daily and 4-hour bottom. If it rejects that level, contrarian. If it can get through, so we got the weekly mid here, 4-hour top. If it can rally through 101 and backtest, I think it moves up to 103. Above 104, it gets super woody. It's got a price target at 115. I think we can see a pretty decent move out of this today, as long as the market holds it up. Okay, let's look at Morgan Stanley on one other chart here, because I think I'm pretty interested in this one. So we got a 4-hour and 3-day squeeze. The 4-hour is histogram's light blue. We have 3-day 10x bars, 2-hour 10x bars. So this could possibly get a little bit of a bump, right? If we start taking, it's been pretty choppy though, right? We're just kind of falling wedge. We're at 100 currently. 100. So 100 is a pretty significant psychological level for this stock, right? However, that 100 is above the 2-hour 200 SMA, right? So basically, we're trading in the zone from 100 to 102. It's a little $2 move that puts us at the top of the standardized range for the day. Looks like we just had a squeeze fire off. A little 2-minute squeeze. There we go. Keep an eye on Morgan Stanley. Keep an eye on the entire. Let's look at XLF, shall we? XLF should be rocking the boat. Pretty decent there. Little Wu-Tang pattern reversal. Bam, bam, bam. Launch. All right, so we're back up into the daily Keltner channel 4-hour mid. That's our support. Next stop is a 4-hour top at 39.28. Above that, we hit the daily mid at 39.50. All right, I'm gonna leave. Ooh, look at this little action futures pre-market. Looking good, looking good. I'll be back in 1 second. I gotta go wake up the teenager. All right, I'm back. Oh, I need to go get my neck adjusted. So yeah, XLF looks pretty strong. As far as futures are concerned, I don't like gold being up as much as it is, but the Russell's rallying. YM's trying to take out previous highs, and the ES is making a move. I want to look at ES a little bit more in depth, right? I mean, we have a lot of room to make up. Honestly, I'd rather us kind of chop a little bit more before the open so this pre-market move doesn't take out the move for the day. I'd rather, I don't know if we're going to gap and go. We'd probably gap and crap, to be honest with you. All right, so where are we at? We're here. Okay. BMO, Bank of Montreal, another financial one, reported earnings. They're also, let's see, reports capital ratio of 13%, repurchase up to 22.5 million shares. Inverse head and shoulders. Hopefully you can see that by now. If it takes out these highs, it gets back up into this, above this level here, basically above 107. I think we can see 108.50. I don't like how these Keltner channels are pointed down. So, do we come back down and test this weekly mid? Or do we just complete the head and shoulders and then launch? Be careful. It's an earnings play. I'm not super like, yay, let's go. Morgan Stanley, on the other hand, is pretty decent. A little double top on Axis Capital, rallying, right, all day yesterday. I should just do this. Just use this one chart. Just use the one chart. So it's a 5 minute. All right, so let's see. We pull back to previous support at 51.37. I see a move up to 52.50. Need to find a good happy medium here. I guess we're going to stick with the 5 minute chart. Above 53, we see 54. We reject 52.50. We come back down. We start the stair step down. Keeping an eye on DocuSign. Well, it's a 4 hour. It's not going to do anything. Larger term picture on AXS. We do have room up to, like I said, that 52.50. We can get above 52.70. Well, let's just call it. Here's the line in the sand, right? Above that, I think we take out previous highs on our way back up. Okay, MAXN, Maxon Solar, upgraded to a buy from neutral with a $23 price target at Bank of America. That's a pretty significant move up, right? 23 is way up here, previous highs. Maxon. Strong pre-market mover. They're moving off that upgrade. Also, bouncing off of the 4-hour bottom, daily bottom, through the 4-hour mid. So 4-hour top is the next stop. Above that, all right, that $23 price target, it's way up here, the weekly top. I mean, that's a pretty significant move for a stock that moves about $2 a day. So there is room to 1950, consolidation to 20, or 1980. Above 1980, we start getting pretty woody, right? Take out previous highs on the way up. Just basically draw a line here, draw a line there, and draw a line there, okay? All right, Patterson Energy reports an average of 116 drilling rigs operational for the month of November. Not really interested in that. All right, this is an interesting one. Fizz, National Beverage, announces a $3 per share special dividend. Look at the move off of that. Through the 4-hour bottom, through the 4-hour mid, smacked into the daily bottom on its way up to the 4-hour bottom. So that's a $51 to $55 move, right? Nice $3 move pre-market. Keep an eye on Fizz. It's trying to get back up to its previous highs. Plus, it's got a cool name, Fizz, right? Look at that. It's got room to move. Room to move up. Let's go. Let's see here. If it takes out 54.81, we hit 58. Above 58, we have resistance at 60. Resistance from 60 to 62. Above 62, we hit 64. We got a long-term slingshot squeeze getting ready to fire off. Ready and fire, getting ready to release. We've got a MACD crossover that just happened. This is the 4-hour chart. Taking it down to the 15-minute chart. All right, we got a lot of overhead resistance on its way up, but that $3 per share special dividend, it's pretty gnarly. Keep your eyes on Fizz. Okay, Zillow said that it's made significant progress in winding down Zillow's offers inventory and has sold, is under contract to sell, or has reached an agreement to disposition terms of more than 50% of the homes that it expected to resell during the entire wind down process. This is bullish for Zillow, right? They took a pretty big hit off of that. If you guys can remember what happened with them, they basically said, whoa, we ran out of money because they bought too many homes trying to flip them, right? So Zillow's used to consolidating between 85 and 90. It trading at half its price at 50. I mean, this is a great dip buy. If you got in at 50, you're going to have a pretty happy day, because what I see happening is we can get above 63.42. We move pretty easily up to 70. Above 70, we start chunking it back up, right? MACD crossover, massive. Look at this. This is about a 2-week mid to high compression squeeze, getting ready to release. Ready and fire's getting ready to launch. So, like I said, if we can take out some of these levels, close above 60, 50, then we can start chunking our way back up. I like Zillow for the move today. Look at that. This is gorgeous. So out of the monthly bottom, out of the daily bottom, out of the 4-hour top, we're currently at the daily mid. So the way this works is the next stop is the daily top at 64, right? We get above 64.50. We come up to the weekly top at 68, right? I've got this $70 price target on it. That seems very attainable. The stock moves about $5 a day, so plan accordingly. 5, 10, 15, 20. So from 60 to 70 is 2 days worth, right? That's a pretty, let me help you visualize that move. So $4.50 ATR, we're at 59, right? $4 puts us at what, 63, right? That's a normal standardized move today. But this daily top is a magnet, so I see us hitting 64, right? We maybe chop around here a little bit until we can finally mess that up. Let's see if I can show that again. Be something like this, right? That's the move that we're looking to happen for Zillow. Let's look at Zillow Z. Positive news launch. Okay. Ulta Beauty. All right. I think it's Ulta's time to shine again. Right. Positive earnings. Right. Beat on earnings 394 versus 246. Sales at 2 billion versus 1.9 billion. Comps up 25%. Guides forward year revenue comps. Excuse me. Guides forward year comps at 36 to 37, above the 30 to 32. Sees forward-looking EPS at 16 to 17 versus 15. Sales at 8.6 versus 8.4 billion, and gross margin rises to nearly 40% versus 35% last year, and full 300 billion above 2019. Peg stock. Okay. Massive rally on earnings. If it holds this position, I mean, it's got a lot of overhead resistance. Don't get me wrong, it really does. Right? I mean, this is a pretty strong move, and it's got previous highs. Like, triple top, or does it break through and continue on? So Ulta Beauty, Radiant Fire squeeze release, Slingshot squeeze release, MACD crossover, right? All the benefits. This is a 4-hour chart. The only thing I'm concerned about is it does have previous overhead resistance. Okay. If we were smart, and if this wasn't an earnings doji, I would have bought the hell out of this one. I mean, that's just you don't get to see that every day. All right. Here's the positives. It's through the fork, Ichimoku cloud, right? It's got, right? Anytime you see wicks like this, it's going to move a little pretty decently. Best thing we can do is grab a Fibonacci level from previous high to the low. Oh, grab the wrong one. I grabbed the right fib. High to low, right? We go to high to low. And then we get a target. So first target would be previous high at 417.85. Above that, 432. And then my secret hidden level, right, at the 1414. See this standard deviation line right here, this green one? This is 2 standard deviations from the mean, which is it's been riding the mean, right? It's been riding between one standard and one standard, like, all right, so this is the mean, this white line that you see here. Hopefully you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. So the white line's here, that's the mean. This gold line is 1 standard deviation above or below the mean. So this is a normal range for Ulta, right? Trading in this range right here, this is normal, okay? We like stocks that can go a positive, 2 standard deviations above the mean. It's hard to get there, but with massive other factors, you start stacking your facts, right? Stack your facts like you stack your chips. You break previous high. Well, it's not even previous high, is it? Yeah, so if you take out previous all-time high at 417, let me give you the exact number. 417.96. So you hit 418. I think within a day or so, you're going to hit 440. Don't ask me why I did that. What the heck? Radiant Fire. I mean, it's got all the signals. It's giving you the signals. It's giving you the go-ahead, right? A little bit of resistance here. So, I spent a little bit more time on Ulta. My bad. Diddy. No, not you. Didi Global said it plans to withdraw from the New York Stock Exchange and pursue Hong Kong listings. Shares jumped initially as investors bet the move would appease Beijing and serve as a catalyst for a revival of the business prospects at home. However, they realized that, wait, this stock is being delisted. And do you want to really be a bag holder? You don't want to be a bag holder on this stock. Do you? Do you want to hold Diddy? You don't want to bag hold this guy, do you? Imagine buying in at 10, right? Or even 880, believing some of that Zach Morris hype. Shots fired. I'm just kidding. Not really, though. So, negatively stacked moving averages. I don't have them up here, and let's just throw them up on this chart. Negatively stacked moving averages, right? It should be the other way around. So we've got 821.34 to the downside, right? When these squeeze, did you see the squeeze over here? See this low, mid, high compression squeeze getting ready to fire. MACD death cross, ready and fire to the downside. Negatively stacked moving averages. So that indicates a very bearish move to the downside. So what we do is, let's see if this works. Can we do, I know that on my other one I can do downside target moves. There we go. Okay. Sell off, support, rally back up to the 618 for the downside move. Targeting 630, $6. It's going to be delisted. It's going to go to 0. Okay. I'm not exactly sure what happens when a delisting occurs, but I wouldn't want to be in any sort of long positions, either puts, calls, or commons. Okay. Fed's Mester said the Omicron variant is threatening to fuel increased U.S. inflation. The variant could also worsen supply chain crunch and worker shortages. We had a Delta variant a month ago. Nothing happened. Omicron, what's the difference? It's a variant. There's got to be a booster created. Fears about the virus is one of the reasons stopping people from returning to work. We have to consider the risk that persistently high inflation could become more embedded. The economy has got better at dealing with COVID variants. Demand side effects have lessened, but the supply side effects are related to the virus. She would support at least one rate hike over the next year, and 2 increases might be appropriate. It's a good thing she's not the chair. All right. China November services PMI. PMI has been up basically across the board. China, Japan, Euro, Italy, France, Germany. Germany's the only one down, right? So the PMI is pretty decent. Earnings before the open, AIRS, airs big, GSO, and HIB. Okay, we have non-farm payroll data that's happening in about 30 minutes. That's going to rock the market. Okay, and private payrolls, manufacturing payrolls, and unemployment rate for November. So depending on how that news, right? This is maybe a pre-anticipatory run. I like that gold's selling off. I like that bonds are selling off, and I like that the yen is down. I'm not super thrilled about this run that the Russell's about to go on pre-market. Slow down, take it easy, wait for the non-farm payroll numbers to come out. If that comes out positive, I think we see a rally today. If it comes out negative, look for an exaggerated sell-off. There's a lot of people, I've talked to a lot of pro traders that are just they're sitting really cash heavy, waiting for those numbers. So this is gonna be a pretty I don't even know what to call it, a pretty significant event today. So now that starts at 8:30, so in about 24 minutes, right? Thundercat, you are right. Watch the Dow names. They will most likely be used to prop up the market if NQ names drop today. I agree 100% with you, Thundercat. 100%. Okay, because the Russell's not going to do anything. The Russell's just like been beat down. So futures are edging lower ahead of monthly jobs report later this morning, with estimates at 550,000 from non-farm, 530,000 private, and 45,000 manufacturing jobs. Unexpected employment rate expected to dip to 4.5 from 4.6. I think we might squeak by on this one, but next one's going to suck because of the Omicron variant. It's going to be factored into that one. Okay. In Asian markets, the Nikkei index jumped 1% end the week up. Shanghai up 1%. Hang Seng's up 22 points. In Europe, the DAX is up, slightly up, and the FTSE gained 100 points. Okay, so I'm gonna go wake up my other child. I've got to get them to school earlier this morning. I'm gonna leave the futures up. When I come back, we're gonna go through the FlowTrade algorithm, and then I gotta go. So if you have requests, get them in now for everything you want to see. Okay, I'll be right back. All right. All right. Can you guys still hear me? I get worried every time I turn my mic off that when I come back, it's either going to be too low or too high. Russell's rallying. Like, I've seen this before. This is a, um, let's see. Pretty significant move on the Dow. All right, so I gotta get this thing figured out. I'm gonna have to put a spacer in there. Gonna have to put a spacer in there. So the Dow 35,562 is a reversion to the mean for the Dow. We got a ready and fire signal getting ready to cross over. What the? I did not authorize. It's open interest. One second here. There we go. Much better. All right. So ready and fire, getting ready to fire up on the daily. We're trading at -3 ATRs, right? We close halfway up. I think we see a move to 35,205. Mean is at 35,505. That's a rally reversion of the mean, right? Currently trading at 34,700. We're really trying to break above the 50 SMA on the Dow, right? We've got 20, 30, 60 minute medium, low, medium compression squeezes getting ready to fire off. Those should fire off to the upside. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 minute 10x bars. This is a firecracker effect. As those fire off, bam, 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 we'll get a big old move. The 20 minute, 30 minute, 60 minute squeezes are what I'm interested in most. I don't like how this is blue, so this could just bull flag here for the next hour or two, right? So we're looking for that to get through. Yep, China delisting. Apple's coming up on the super trend, so looks like Apple's making a pre-market move as well. The YM is making moves. If YM can get through its Keltner channel. Okay. Let me look at the Russell real quick too. It's like everything ran into the 50 yesterday. All right, so this 22.1750 level seems to be pretty significant for the Russell. Rallied right up into it, right? Smacked against it. Where did I get this level? I'm not going to tell you right now. That's another video series that I'm going to start doing. All right, we do have Iridium fire on the daily, getting ready to fire off. Reversion to the mean would be 23.31. However, we gotta get above 22 or 22.175 on the Russell. All right, let's get into the flow trade, and I gotta get out of here soon. So, if this is the first time you're joining the stream, this is the Smart Money Dark Pool and Block Trade algorithm software provided by FlowTrade. This is what we use to try to find plays for the day. We look for CVS, right? This is what we look for. We look for strong divergence between price action and the algorithm. Okay, and this lower right chart is what I'm focusing on. So I can just walk you through this. Okay, the way that this chart is set up is that the white bars are price action. The purple line that you see is the regular algorithm. If I draw a blue line across the screen, that's a dark pool block trade. A red line across the screen is a regular block trade. If I drop a white line on the screen, then I'm screaming, I'm rich. I'm just playing. I'm trying to find a new one for that, lads. We gotta work on that a little bit. But basically what it means is that there's a dark pool and a regular block trade that are printed on top of each other, and I can't draw two different lines. Major area of inflection. So just draw a line in your chart and see how price action interacts with that level. Okay, I'm gonna get into this in 1 second. Let me just look through the chat and see what we've got. MTTR, LG, yes. All right, where's Chris? Chris usually has some good plays. He's not here this morning. Morning, Chris. You are here. All right, MTTR. I definitely want to look at that one. Kroger, I'm gonna leave GS up here because I think it's important. Kroger for continuation and CVS for now. All right, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Okay. All right, MTTR. This is just trading. Price is just trading with the algorithm. We've got a dark pool and a regular block trade level. I'm going to target that. We're going to target. So 32.43 upside target for MTTR and 33. There's your target levels for MTTR. As far as the algorithm is concerned, it's doing all right. I'm looking for it to maintain a higher low, right, and that level there. Price action is currently pretty decent, solid uptrend. So as long as that level holds, I'm not concerned of this being a head and shoulders, right? Because it failed to make the shoulder and it's already down. So support, look to take out previous highs on the way back up. Goldman Sachs. As you can see, I kind of went into this one the other day. All right, made that Wu-Tang reversal, pulled back. So it's currently stair-stepping its way up. The algorithm is buying, right? The algo is buying. We've got some pretty significant divergence here, right? Most of this is played out, but we've got a little bit that we can work with, okay? So 394 overhead target, 378 downside support, currently resting at 387.54, right? So that's where we're at. We'd like to see the rally up to here. We reject this, we come back down to here. We have a dark pool level at 380.99, but with banks, and from what I've seen at banks this morning, the XLF, I think that we see a move above to 394. Above 394, we gap fill to 400, and that's on Goldman Sachs, right? Let's check out the GS options flow, right? So let's go 15 minutes, support resistance. There we go. Pretty decent options flow. We got some daily sweepers coming in. I did the wrong one. So this is day trading options flow here, 15 minutes with support and resistance levels. So above 391, we hit 400. Above 400, we go 404, right? Pretty decent play. Goldman Sachs. Let me move this over here. Okay, Kroger. So Kroger is trading in a range, right? Obviously. We've got, it's a big range. The algo is pretty, it's a pretty decent sized range there, right? We're going to give the algo an opportunity to bounce here and go back up and make a higher high. So it made a higher low, made a higher high. Wu-Tang reversal failure with the algorithm. We have got, I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's a candle there, right? So basically we came back here down to dark pool support at 40.21. This dark pool level fired on the 2nd, right? About an hour, let's see, at 8:53 it fired, so about 2 hours into the day, right? That fired off. We got a gap up, gap up, gap up, a triple gapper on Kroger to pull back. So we've got regular block trade support at 44.65, overhead target at 45.35, consolidation in between. A downside target would be 41.53. If we break 44 and we take out these previous gap levels, I think we come back down and fill some of these dark pool block trades. Dark pool's at 42.35, dark pool at 41.89. Okay, really depending upon the algo bouncing this level here for continuation move to the upside. CVS, I'm going to do this one just because I want everybody to start getting familiar with this. Is the pattern. This is what we want to see, right? We want to see the algo net buying. Okay, we want to see price action. Right, this is an inverse head and shoulders, right? We want to see price action. We'd like to see it maintaining support like that, right? And giving us possible wedge breakout, but we can't be picky. So that's a double top on its way back up. It should break through, okay? We also like to see regular block trade immediate support with dark pool launch levels and target levels. So 89 is support, our downside target is 89. 90 is support, 91.52 is target 1. Right, we want to go take out these levels here, but we got to get above this dark pool level here. Right, so we rally through that, we can continue on. We reject this for a third time, I think we fade off. Okay, CVS, however, the algo is pretty much net buying. Okay, understand? Capiche, capiche, capiche. Good. Okay, let's go EXPR. Sorry about that. EXPR. Dash fired a signal yesterday. TSLA. mRNA. Okay. So nobody remembered the 1, 2, 3, 4 that I went over from news. So I will get into those. We're gonna have to do it quickly though. Express, right? Algo's trading with price action. We ran into a regular block trade level, right? Smacked into that level there. We're currently downtrending. The algo is selling off. Okay. It's going to continue to pull price action with it. If the algo gets out of this little channel that it's in, then we might see an upside move, but so far it's just going to drag price action down with it. Dash, if you saw my market from the other day, you would see that the algo is still net buying. Okay. Rule of thumb, divergence doesn't have to play out in a day or two. It can take a while, right? These longer term divergence plays are usually better for the long run. So they are still net buying Dash, okay? Higher highs and higher lows for the algorithm. Price action, it's in a downtrend, okay? But I think we finally hit a double bottom there. We're gonna look for the 1, 2, 3, right? 1 down, 2, 3, 4. We break this previous high. Basically, we break 171. Then we get drawn up to this regular block level at 183, right? Using this dark pools as magnets, and this is support and resistance, right? The banger move is going to be above 187, but there's a $9 move from 178 to 187. Not to mention the move from 170 to 178. I like Dash if we get a breakout of that level there. Tesseract. All right, so the Tesseract is on my no-fly zone for a little bit longer. I think we're going to get a decent move out of it. I'm just not going to try to guess it, right? We've got a lot of regular and dark hole levels here that are going to interfere with us. This is a good setup that we like to see. I like to see dual regular block trades below dual dark pool block trades, right? Lots of things happen in the dark pool. So, on the 2nd, at the end of the day, we had a dark pool level come in at 1084.60. Was that Elon selling more shares? Possibly. We will see what happens if it makes price action go up or come down. The algorithm's not really going to help us out with this one because it's essentially trading with price action, but we do have got some pretty decent price action signals here, right? We've got rising wedge, we've got previous high, right? Support, double bottom. Look for the wedge breakout. So above 1100, we hit 1150, 1160. Reject 1100, come back down to 1084. Below 1084, we test whatever this previous low level is to 1050. But the algo is personally, let's see what it's doing here. I'm waiting for it to break out of this little, right? You see what I did there? Hopefully you did. Falling wedge. Okay, mRNA. All right, this divergence has been gorgeous. I love it when it gives you both sides. So going into this week, we had this bullish divergence play out, right? Immediately created new divergence, trading with price action, right? Came in, created bearish divergence. At this point here, the algo selling off, right? Down, down, down. We found support. Algo, or the price action found resistance, right? This is a $300 move. Excuse me. That's a $70 move. Okay. But if you compound it, it's, yeah, anyway. So at this point where the algo turned around and price action started playing off, we play the divergence. Now we've got a new one. Massive rally up with with the algorithm. Price action has found support. I think we stair step our way back up on mRNA through these regular and dark pool levels. So let me show you these levels here. We've got regular block support at 301.50. First overhead target is 310. Above 310, we hit 330. My upside target, shorter term, is this 350 level, white line level. We have regular and dark pool levels there. Okay. Ultimately, we have a dark pool target at 368.51. If the algorithm can rally through that instead of rejecting off of it, like it did here and here, then I think we see pretty significant move up. I'm targeting this white line level because I think that's a major inflection point. So 352.50-ish level on mRNA. We've got, it looks pretty decent, right? Hopefully everybody can see what I've been trying to teach you all. We've got, look at this long-term trendline support. We came down, we hit it, created new divergence. We come up to meet with the divergence, right? So let it be pulling price action up instead of diverging down more. So that's mRNA. All right. Oh, look at you, Laz. Look at you go. Yes. Smart. Marvell. Docu. Z, buddy. Z. Smart. Marvell. All right. What do we got here? Divergence played out. Trading with price action. Dark pool targets. Regular block trade support. Okay. So the algo has got okay. So inverse head and shoulders, little V-shaped recovery, right? Take out previous highs. Price action's got to take out those highs. We've got dark pool target 1, 64.53. Support at 61.16. Right? Regular block trade at 59.70. Right? I think that was a bunch of sell orders coming in. Oh, man, I just got bit by a mosquito. Dang it. Oh, I hate that. It's so irritating. All right. I want to see the algo break through its overhead resistance and continue to pull price action up with it. I like the 64.50 target above 64.50. We start getting pretty woody, right? We've got room, but 64.50 seems to be pretty significant. Marvell. This algo isn't accurate, but look at what happened. So people know what's happening, right? Somebody always knows, right? It's not like insider trading is a law or anything that people follow. Marvell's at 75 dark pool level. See this? That's 75 dark pool level. Look at this launch pad from 70, 95, 71, 22. Right, these blocks came in on the 30th and the 2nd. So the block came in here. So we had a block come in here, and then we had those blocks come in there, right? So if those are buy orders, yanking price action up, it should pull price action up to, well, they had blowout earnings. They're trading at 85.86. If I want to show, looking at the 1 minute chart going into the close, right? Trading with price action, we had those blocks it's just resting on. Had a little bit of divergence at the end of the day. So Marvell, momentum play, I like it. The algo is pointed up. I want to see how the algo shakes out at the open. If it can continue to move up, then we'll readjust. We'll look at it. So DocuSign, all right, the algo has been net selling for a week or so, right? Initial rally, sell off through a dark pool level, right? The algo's net selling through this dark pool level, right? We had, give me the right tool. See, I just wanted to set my default tools to yellow so I can mark stuff up. It was a 1, 2, 3, right? We thought we were getting a Wu-Tang reversal. The algo was trading with price action. Earnings coming up, we stay out of earnings trades, right? If it had busted out earnings, right, then we would have played next week's trades. Failed DocuSign. See what the algo is doing at the end of the day, right? Trading with price action started selling off. So when this algo, when we open, that's why we look for divergence and not just one-to-one trading, okay? Zillow Z, divergence is played out, right? So if the algo can continue, let's see. So the news should get us moving on. Hold on, let me make sure I got the right one here. Oh, it does make a difference. Huh. That is so interesting. I need to dig into that and figure out why. Huh. Remind me to look into that. Hold on. Let me just make sure I'm not crazy here. Yep. Sweet. All right. So using the actual ticker, we've got... I'm going to follow up on that. I promise. I'll get back to you on it. Right. We got bullish divergence. Price action coming off of a nice double bottom wedge, right? A little longer term wedge there. We have a breakout and off of a regular block trade level at 54. As far as my overhead targets for Zillow go, take out previous highs. So above 58, we take out this level here, and then finally this level there. There's my upside targets. I think we blew through all of those, right? Nope, not yet. So I got a 58 target, a $62 target, and then a smooth run from 62 to 65. There may be a little bit of congestion. Like this might be an inflection point, that 60 psychological level, but looks pretty decent. Watch the algo yank price action up with it, okay? All right, what else do we have? So don't forget to use the ZG. Zebra Golf Echo. All right, let me check in on one thing here real quick. I want to look at, and then I gotta go. Get my kids to school. Well, it's not looking the greatest for the home team. Roblox is just trading with the algo's pointing down. If it can make a higher, if it can maintain that higher low and make a higher high, then I think we get a nice chunky move. I love this range, 115 to 130 on Roblox, right? I love this $15 move. You can make a lot of money off of that. Affirm, not super thrilled with the algo breaking regular block trade support at 113. I thought maybe we would have gotten a bigger move off of it. Lift, divergence is played out. Possible 1, 2, 3 reversal, right? Head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulders. 42 is pretty significant level on lift. Above 42, I think we get reversal. Roblox, like I said, last one I want to check in on that I have a position in is DOX and FCX. All right, DOX is looking pretty decent, and FCX is not. All right, so DOX, we've got, all right, overhead resistance, downside support. The algo is consolidating. Consolidation algo. What's your function? Let's see it break above there. It'll pull price action up with it. Freeport McMoran. Let's see lower lows. Divergence played out. Higher lows. Possible algo recovery. I wish I had a default. I could make it yellow. Too bad. There is an update coming out. There's an update coming out. So we're looking for a higher low and a higher high. 37.65, 38, 38.50 are the targets for Freeport McMoran. It's one of my favorite stocks to trade, right? This moves in correlation to copper ETF, or the index, right? What's copper doing? NQ. Non-farm payroll numbers came out. Looks like, I don't know what they are, but it looks like the market's reacting positive to them. Bonds are selling. I'll give it a few. So this wick right here just took out all the stops, right? Just grabbed everybody's money and is running to the downside. So I think we see a rally today. I think we're going to rally. Rally, rally, rally. I think we're going to rally. Looks like 4,600 is going to be pretty significant overhead resistance, right? I've got 4,604 as the level. Oh, that's so tight. Ooh, I think I nailed that sucker, dude. 4604.25. Ooh. I just got a little excited there. Sorry. Yeah, we've got a 200 SMA at 4631. And it's a 30-point move in the ES, but look at this. Low, 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 high, high, high. It's... I don't know, man. 30, 60, 2-hour forward, daily squeeze getting ready to fire off on ES. We've got 2-hour green 10x bars. All our primary, or all our lower time frame 10x bars are green. Those should create a daisy chain effect when they, when those release. Other than that, the ES, I don't know. We could get head faked, so just be careful. Checking out the NQ. Right, NQ levels rallied up to the 50, rejected the 50. If and only if we can take out there's our upside target. I like the NQ ready and fire signal getting ready to fire off. All right, 30, 60, 2-hour squeeze should release to the upside. Should be pretty decent. Slingshot squeeze, 2-hour slingshot squeeze getting ready to fire off. We do have the 200 SMA at 16,178. That's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt. We need that to cross over. Then I think we can get a pretty decent move back up. I have to run. Thanks for joining me. Dark Will Algo. See y'all tomorrow.